year, new grind. I got a question for you. Are you living life, or is life living you? How bad do you want to be successful? Are you ready to level up in life? Are you ready to go to that next level? Are you sick of being average? I ask you again, are you living life, or is life living you? Less than unstoppable, the international world tour. Dr. Billy Alsbrooks, coming to a city near you. I'll be teaching a 4-hour, life-changing seminar on the art of greatness. Arise, champion. Every city will sell out. Get your tickets now. This year we're taking this thing global. 27 cities, Toronto, London, Paris, Rome. We're coming to impact 1 billion people. If you are serious about success, be at one of these events. Get your tickets now at blessedandunstoppable.com. Average is a deadly, rapid spreading disease. This plague is responsible for killing the aspirations and dreams of millions. Now here's the truth. You are vulnerable to picking up this disease merely by being in the room with it. Beware of who's around you. You see, once this disease enters one area of your life, it will continue to grow and expand until it consumes your whole being. Its purpose is to mate and procreate with your mind in order to give birth to mediocrity. Just look around. Every corner of the earth is infected with it. This pandemic has spread. It crawls its way into your thinking, down into your genes, and if not addressed, will be handed down to the next generation. The vaccine, the cure for average, is to address the thinking that gives birth to it. Most of the world is successful. I mean, very successful. But you see, they're successful at being average. Mediocrity has no place in the life of a champion. The only thing a champion is at peace with failing at is mediocrity. Now you say you want to be successful. And I ask you this question, how bad do you want it? The world doesn't care what you say, they care what you do. Action is direct evidence of a corresponding mindset. Everything else is circumstantial. If you were on trial right now for wanting to be successful, would you be convicted? Is there enough evidence in your life, enough action in your life, enough proof in your life that a jury of 12 would convict you of trying to be successful? This is not about competition. This is about being a good steward of the talents and abilities that God gave you. You were made in the image of the Creator, and there's nothing about the Creator that's average. There's nothing about the Creator that's mediocre. There's nothing about the Creator that's lukewarm. The Creator is greatness, and that greatness is on the inside of you. Now for you to step into that greatness, you gotta get to the point in life where anything mediocre, anything average makes you sick. You've been reading about success, posting quotes about success, watching success on TV, but nothing is going to change in your life until you make a decision to stop being average. You want to go to the next level? You got to align your actions with the principles that govern promotions. Any reason, any excuse, any circumstance that allows you to justify being average or being mediocre is an absolute lie. The truth is, in life, you can only go as far as your mind and your grind will carry you. Most people are too comfortable with being good to ever be great. Some sit passively by waiting to discover themselves, while others go out aggressively and create themselves. Stop being average. Bona fide success can only be obtained through genuine expression of the truth. So be aware at all times of the war that is raging over your identity. See, society will try to conform you, try to break you, and most of all, label you. The battleground is over self, and you are under siege. Don't join the army of clones. Be yourself. Take off the mask and let the world bask in the beauty of an original. Be your own star on the stage of life. Accept inside that you are good enough and worthy enough to be loved for the person you really are. Champions live every day in the boldness of being themselves. You were never meant to be a carbon copy of anyone. God strategically designed you for greatness. Life is your canvas. Grab the paintbrush and express yourself. When you can show the world who you really are, without any reluctance, without any fear, and without needing people to accept or validate you, only then can you truly be the artist you were created to be. Stop chasing the trends. The 1% didn't become the 1% by chasing the other 99%. They went their own way. They made their own path. They searched inside and found themselves. If you want to be successful, stay in your lane. You got to do you. Stop chasing the world. Awaken to yourself and the world will come chase you. All that you want, crave, and desire inside can be found in your own uniqueness. Stop chasing other people's dreams. Stop running from yourself. Quit being the person other people want you to be and start living the life God planned for you. It's impossible to consistently do the things it takes to become successful when you're not being true to who you really are. To fully walk through the door of victory, you must be in your assigned calling. When you stay in your own lane and build around the strengths God gave you, you will begin to attract massive success. That's the key. The key is you already have it inside of you. What you're looking for, you already have. Listen to me. Just because you admire somebody else's talent or their greatness does not mean that you were anointed to do what they do. You were designed to do you. You see, refusing to accept the role that you have been assigned leads to internal conflict. See, I think one of the biggest problems in the world is everybody's out of position. They've adopted other people's dreams, other people's destinies, and when you're not in your calling, all you're gonna have in your life is chaos. You're gonna have struggle because you're going against the grain. You're not doing what the manufacturer God made you to do. This misalignment will cause strife and all types of disorder in your life. So honesty is the first step to bringing your spirit back into harmony. Being real translates into inner peace and sound mental health. When you're comfortable in your own skin, your relationships with others will flourish. There's nothing more beautiful, more powerful, and more seductive than a person comfortable in their own skin. Be you. Stay in your lane. Everything I teach is rooted in the Word. Psalms 139:14 says, I will give thanks to you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works, and my soul knows it very well. Stay in your lane. You're beautiful. My every move strategic. I plot to destabilize you. Every time I say I love you first, your eyes fill with Caribbean tears. My motive is to let you taste the intensity of random affection. I shower you with the unpredictable word hugs that feed your inner child. We both break out with heat rash from the fire between us. Companies spend millions of dollars advertising their lingerie, but nothing compares to you. Draped down in you, your warm exposed skin, waiting to be licked by a lion. My tongue kisses pure. I need nothing from you. There's no manipulation or hidden agendas in my foreplay. I get everything I need from giving you the chills. We love from a foreign land unknown by others. We claw and scratch to find the soul beneath the flesh. I can finish your sentences before you even say them. I am the words that you describe life with. I said I am the words that you describe life with. Both of us seeking to cleanse our tainted thoughts. The sheets, our washcloth. The pillows, our shampoo. We bathe in desire. We eat from forbidden gardens. My palate consumed with the sugar of your language. I'm the virgin stone, seeking to rock your world. You look down at me with submission as I chew on your flesh, each striving to give more than the other. We tangle with pleasure, full grown, but our fingertips lust with teen spirit, smashing into one another, drunk on nirvana. What can I do, baby girl, to make you feel alive? My lyrics that raw, that penetrate your existence. You wrap more than just your legs and arms around me. Your hopes and future hide in our destiny. There's just too much hunger in us for us to ever be lazy making love. There's just too much hunger in us for us to ever be lazy making love. My fingers stroke the strings of your guitar. My nails glide up and down the piano of your mind. Our bodies beat flesh like sticks do drums. Our rhythm ancient, unbeknownst to modern lovers. I long to be the bartender that quenches your thirst. Walls not required, the world is our bedroom. One line of my phrasing equivalent to days of physical intimacy. I know my role here. I'm the instrument of karma to rectify all the love you wasted, all the faith that you gave away to slithering partners who robbed your precious pantry. Dream killers that raped and pillaged your innocence. I'm here to settle the emotional score, to sew self-worth back into a damaged queen. I brought my dry erase board, and one by one I shall wipe away their corrupted fingerprints from your reflection. I shall find the you that you hid away. I will love the you that you threw away. Every day I will vindicate your lungs for choosing to seek air. I will be there under your skin, scratching the emotions that itch. I shall run my fingers through your gorgeous hair until you believe in love again, until you trust again, until all your insecurities melt into the horizon of yesterday. Your wounded wings I will nurture with my eyes. Your distorted image I will caress with my truth. I will repaint your canvas until life has meaning again. I long to be the blood that you bleed, the tree that shades your heart from the vicious wrongs of this world. I shall run my fingers through your gorgeous hair until you believe in love again. I long to be the blood that you bleed, the tree that shades your heart from the vicious wrongs of this world. I love the taste of me on your breath. You know I'm too strong to let you run from this emotionally. I place you in the center of your own vulnerability. That's the place that I choose to climb in you. I move the mirror closer and closer until you can feel the depth of our connection. Restrained with addiction, you cannot escape the immensity of what you see. Chained to my pleasure, you cannot run from my desires. Shackled to my passion, you slowly begin to heal. Relationship makes you extremely uncomfortable because you gave up on the dream of finding love long ago. But I stole you out of that dimension so that we could live in the pyramids of romantic gods. Their royal bedchambers whisper the secrets of unimaginable ecstasy. What about your body, love, are you most ashamed to show me? Show me anyway. I'll prove the foolishness of that insecurity. Souls engaging in intimate truths can only appreciate what the world calls flaws. In this realm, your imperfections don't exist. They all burn away in the flame of our kiss until life has meaning again. In this realm, your imperfections don't exist. They all burn away in the flame of our kiss until life has meaning again. Slaves of the sun, shine until living is done. You can either look up at the stars or you can become one. Roses and guns, feeding destructive appetites. Twisted fun that always gets out of hand. Twisted fun that always gets out of hand. Filthy hands molesting poetic doors. The ghost of Jim Morrison's riders on the storm. Mexico warm, being chased by Selena's sisters. Horse whistles, cactus zombies dodging my pistols. Romantic Rambo at war with the Queen of hearts, bigger than the hole that Courtney put in Kurt's heart. Lonely river walks, courted by the choir of the Alamo. Michelangelo setting David's angels free. Adam's tree, we indulge in warm apple pie as we lie with strangers. Our innocence dies. Desperate housewives having affairs with married men. Two-faced friends, plastic dolls with fake grins. Destructive appetites, slaves of the sun. Shine until living is done. You can either look up at the stars, or you can become one. Roses and guns, feeding destructive appetites. Twisted fun that always gets out of hand. I said twisted fun that always gets out of hand. Two-faced friends, plastic dolls with fake grins. Destructive appetites. There's a voice inside of me. A fire begging to burn away this existence. To create from a conscious level, hidden from those who bow to the illusion of separation. I'm not scared of the dark and what her master brings. I'm not frightened by the crow or the opera she sings. My spirit seeks to ascend, to rise to the same dimension Walt Whitman wrote in. To make the Emersons of today uneasy with my phrasing. The pencil I hold has a mind of its own, and it guides me through the oceans of understanding. She gives birth right here on this bloody paper. Her birth pain screaming with ethereal genius. Our union has been reestablished. I've melted into everything. Therefore I have become everything. Everything is me. I and my Father are one. I said I melted into everything. Therefore I have become everything. I strive to climb Jacob's ladder, no matter how elusive she is. But at least now, I know where to look. She's hidden under the emotional rocks of my soul. Heaven is frustrated with the compass of misguided mortals, disgusted with the manipulative teachings of those who were sent to point the way. I yield my will and ways to the one who steers the writing. By removing myself from the equation, I have discovered the secret to creation. Now, we can do nothing, but those who die to themselves can experience the true power of heaven. Lambs will mock my appearance, wondering why God would use such an ignorant fool to illumine the sky. But those learned sheep, they see which is not, unaware that I died as the pencil took over. I cried as the angels whispered how much God loved me. I tried to run back to the thinking of mortals out of the fear of being ridiculed. I hide in the shadow of the Almighty within, unable to leave His creative embrace. Those goosebumps on your arms, that's just God saying hello. The inner pain that you've had for years is just blisters from the flame that longs to breathe bigger air. Cosmic consciousness awaits you by the water. Just follow the birds. The doves will show you the way to the peace that you've been seeking. His freedom, darkness cannot wrap its sharp knives around. Subversion of the sovereign, disrupting the foolishness that mortals drown in. Oh captain, steer the warrior home to his palace. Mansions, many mansions are awaiting you there, each room filled with the mysteries of Eden. Immortality belongs to those who dare to seek God's face. In the silence you will find what has always been. In the quiet you will discover the loudness of serenity. We are constantly betrayed by the flesh that aims to destroy us. But rivers water the thirsty souls of herself. Glorious are the banks of the mighty Tennessee River. Blake attempted to convey the directions to Nirvana, but the common man refused to blow his head off. Who could understand the symbolicism of Golgotha? Those who want forever must first take their mind and ways to the guillotine. That which we look to the sky for was already dancing within us. Look deeper, my child. See the voice of your Creator running through your own veins. His ways and thoughts are higher than ours. So we must first lose ours and then awaken to the fact that fire inside of you and blaze the world with it. I can read your mind through these prophetic lines. You don't feel that you're worthy of love, do you? Those who seek approval become a slave to applause. The God in you is tired of bowing to the mortals that you worship. Your genius is misunderstood, as it should be. Do finite minds speak the language of the eternal? You've just been looking through the wrong set of Warby Parker glasses. Climb Mount Tabor and imagine the world from there. Accept the beauty of your own reflection. Stare deep into the heaven within. until you see the throne that you sit on. All this time you've been sitting in the theater thinking that this is someone else's movie, unaware that you're the Spielberg of this film. Who was the master that Emily Dickinson wrote to? What rhythm will your awakened soul dance to? Don't chase the world, Stephen, burn it. I said don't chase the world, Stephen, burn it. Just because you've done something or been a certain way all your life doesn't mean that's the real you. That's just the version that you've accepted and consistently acknowledged. Now, truth is difficult for the comfortable to embrace, but the awakened soul becomes a storm of influence. It's hard for those born in the dark to believe that there is such a thing as day, but for those who dare to dream, the sun will rise in the morning. Don't chase the world, Stephen. Burn it. Blessed and unstoppable. Success starts with putting the right things into your mind. And my new book, Blessed and Unstoppable, was strategically designed to align your mind with the laws of success. This curriculum will teach you the inner mechanics required to go from average to phenomenal. From living a life with limits to being blessed and unstoppable. As you follow this guide step by step, amazing breakthroughs will happen. New doors of opportunity will open, and favor will begin to chase you down. Blessed and Unstoppable is a 31-day devotional on the laws of success. This book will instigate the thought process and actions required to transform your life. Each day has a Bible verse, a teaching on that day's principle, a positive affirmation, a prayer for the day, self-assessment questions, success quotes, action steps, and a powerful inspirational message. Regardless of what field you're in, Blessed and Unstoppable is your blueprint for success. Get your copy at blessedandunstoppable.com. Also available on Amazon. The struggle is real, but you know you were meant for more. That dream that's on the inside of you just won't shut up. Cause you know you were meant for more. You've always been different. They never understood you. They've always doubted you. Cause you're different. But you know something that they don't know. You know to be successful you cannot follow the masses. You gotta be different. And you are bold enough to be you. You've always been different. Success ain't for everybody. B7U Clothing. Wear your identity.